Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action, back with my previously mentioned Japanese VHS update. It's a long time coming, longer than I was expecting. There are 11 tapes here, and they came from 3 separate international orders, one from the US, one from Sweden, and one from Finland, I think. And each took progressively longer to arrive thanks to, apparently, Black Friday sales and the pre-Christmas rush. They're all here now, so let's get cracking with this update. And the first one is Mayhem on the Cinemaland label. This was released by Palace Explosive out here in Australia. This is a City Lights film, and that was the company prior to PM Entertainment by Richard Pepin and Joseph May. So it is I think it's shot on video. If not, it's pretty rough 16mm, but I think it's shot on video. It's a bit of a silly horror film, horror vigilante kind of thing. These two guys that sort of know each other. One is a sleazy but moralistic pimp, which is really weird, and one is like a guy he's got PTSD or something and keeps locking his wife at home, and I don't know what's going on with that. But anywho, one of the wives gets taken hostage by a body, what do they call them? Skin trade kind of gang. I don't know, look, it's all fairly convoluted. It does end up with shotguns to the face, which is nice, and some pretty swift action towards the end, but it is pretty weird film. It was certainly better than I was expecting, but it was a head-scratcher. Definitely a head-scratcher. You can see some shots there from it. Nobody in it of note. It's just a late 80s City Lights film. It's not widescreen. It's just what it is. It's Mayhem on Cinemaland. And the next one is The Rebel, a Maurizio Merli starring film directed by Stelvio Marci, I believe is how his name is said. Probably got it wrong. He went on to film Black Cobra, which was an awesome film. The Rebel, shot in 1980, one of the later Eurocrime films, and shot in Germany, in Berlin, which makes a bit of a difference from the usual Venice backdrops. Is also less shoot 'em up and car chases, and more Maurizio trying not to get killed. He is a retired agent and is asked to do a private protection on a German banker, and it all goes to hell, and then he's chased by, I guess, the people that shot at the banker, and lots of things happen, and gets all quite involved. There's a lot of action in it. It's just it's just not its main focus, I suppose. There's a lot more going on than just that. Nice letterbox print. As far as I know, this is the best way to see The Rebel, and it's definitely one that I recommend. It's probably not one I would say, if you've never seen a Eurocrime film, check out The Rebel first. But if you've seen a few, then I would definitely say go check out The Rebel. Next one is the awesome Teddy Page directed Deadringer. This was a really cool find for me. I'd never heard of the film. It's very hard to find. Starring Max Thayer and Max Thayer. You can see him there twice on the cover. This was a great piece of explosive action, this one. So you've got one Max Thayer who's just a nice guy, goes to this town, just minding his own business, gets shot at by the local mafia. Turns out he looks like another Max Thayer and is completely mistaken identity, and after not wanting to try and explain himself, he just shoots back and then gets involved in their war, and when it gets all too much for him, the other Max Thayer shows up, and it's just brilliant. The German title for this film is called Commando Doppelganger, and that just gave me the laughs. Really cool, fun action film, this one. If you can get your hands on it, which is a hard thing to do, then I definitely recommend it. No DVD to my knowledge, and just this tape. There's a Dutch tape, I think it was a Dutch tape. This is full screen, so you're not going to gain anything from this tape over any other one, aside from it being an awesome Japanese quality print. But I highly recommend Deadringer. More Teddy Page with the uber rare Blazing Guns. My god, I was so happy to get my own copy of this. Previous update, I think I showed this tape, but that was one I had on loan. That was about 9 months ago or so, and I've been looking for it ever since. I found it for sale from a fantastic web store that seems to just deal in Japanese VHS, and I snapped it up without even thinking. It is so rare that I had to make the IMDb entry for it. I have done a review for this film, so check that link down there somewhere to go read my review. But the general gist of this one: Max Draven, he's the US ambassador for this mythical land, Costa Brava, and he is there to see why there is so much political unrest. Seems that the general population are not a fan of the, and get this name, General Mendoza, just fantastic, who's running a bit of a dictatorship anyway. So the Americans all think it's above board, but Max Draven, well, he just doesn't think that's right. And he looks into it, and as he keeps looking into things, suitcases explode and assassins come after him. He meets up with a journalist who also has these feelings, and they all get shot at. Meets up with a friend who's a ninja assassin or something. His name's Akiro. That's just brilliant. Then he catches up with the leader of the rebels, and she's got a hilarious over-the-top accent. There's dirt bike riding, balaclava wearing militants. There's helicopters blowing up. You need to see this film. Blazing Guns by Teddy Page again. It's a shame that this one is so bloody hard to find, because it is up there with Phantom Soldiers. This is like number 2. Phantom Soldiers 1 and then Blazing Guns. This thing is outrageously awesome. Do what you can to see it. I have my review down there. And that's it. That's Blazing Guns. The next one is Time Sweep, and I'm going to struggle to explain this film because I'm still trying to work the bloody thing out. Okay, so a bunch of people, about 8 of them or so, go to a abandoned building film studio type thing. I think they're looking for missing film reels. Anyway, it so happens that the studio gets covered in an acidic fog, and that somehow causes a time slip, and they all go back in time and forward in time at different periods throughout the film. There's a bit of a slasher thing going on inside, that people keep getting picked off by an unknown creature. Then Roman centurions show up because, hey, we're dealing with time. There's giant bloody killer cockroach things, and I don't know what is going on in this film. This is Time Sweep. It's got the gore, I'll give it that. It's fun. I just don't know what's going on. The director has only ever done this film, and it stars nobody you've ever heard of. That's Time Sweep. And we are back in the Philippines again with Battle Dog, aka The Hunted. Another fun one. This stars Corin Sperry again, who is the lead in Blazing Guns from before. Directed by David Hung, who is usually a producer and has produced lots of Teddy Page films. This one involves CIA agents in the Philippines hunting KGB, former KGB people, and they get hunted for doing so. It's pretty much that. Action, lots of action, bang, bang, explosions, action. Here is the Australian tape for comparison. The Hunted, Battle Dog. Yeah, good fun one, this. I picked up this tape, Battle Dog, forgetting that I had the Australian tape, so whatever. I do prefer Japanese tapes anyway. But there's the blurb on the back of that one. And there we go, is the back of Battle Dog. So the next 2 films I've not actually watched yet, so I'm just going to go through them quickly. This is Raiders of the Doomed Kingdom. It's an Indonesian film set post-Vietnam War, and from what I understand, it is ridiculously bloody. I think that might give you an idea of what it might be like. Super violent, with strange, out-of-nowhere sex scenes and beheadings and all kinds of gruesome things. No idea what I'm going to get with this, but it's got awesome art. Really does have really awesome art, which is what appealed to me when I saw it in a long list of available Japanese tapes. So we'll see how we go with Raiders of the Doomed Kingdom. And the second of the two films I've not seen yet, and believe me, I will be changing that very shortly. This is Angel of Death, better known apparently as Commando Mengele, a very hard-to-find film directed by Andrea Bianchi, who is best known for Burial Ground, the awesome Burial Ground, co-written by Jess Franco and stars Chris Mitchum. Awesome lineup there. And apparently the whole film revolves around killing Nazis. Awesome, I'm in. That's pretty much why I'm here. It's a hit Jewish troupe that are set to go and uncover what this crazy Nazi doctor has been doing, and he has been doing crazy experiments, and yep, that just turns into killing Nazis. So that's why I'm here with Angel of Death. Cannot wait to check this one on. I know it's going to be awesome with that list of names from before. It's going to be awesome. So that's Commando Mengele, or Angel of Death. And next up is American Rickshaw, also known as American Tiger. Just check that awesome part of the cover out there. It's just fantastic. Starring Daniel Green as the bad guy, and yes, this is correct, Mitch Gaylord. That is his name. He's apparently a 1984 gymnast turned into an actor, and he's the good guy who is just a student that is caught up in, well, let's see, we've got Chinese witchcraft, we've got the framed murder of Donald Pleasance's evangelical son. There's all these scenes on a boat with a stripper / prostitute. This is one hell of a strange film, but American Rickshaw is good fun. Directed by Sergio Martino, who did a few films, particularly with Daniel Green around this era, and they're all worth checking out. And there's Pleasance down there, wondering what the hell he's doing in this film. And yeah, that's American Rickshaw, and this tape, I believe, is Letterbox. I've not checked this one out yet. This replaces my Australian tape, so yes, awesome, American Rickshaw. And the last two films here are Thunder 2 and Thunder 3, sequels to the awesome Thunder, as adorned on my wall. Thunder starring Mark Gregory, directed by Fabrizio De Angelis, who also directed Cobra Mission and Killer Crocodile. The films all revolve around Mark Gregory as a Native American sheriff, and sort of a walking tall kind of plots, clean up this town, that kind of thing. The second film, he is transferred to a different town and, of course, has to clean it up, which involves shooting a hell of a lot of people. And the third one is more about blowing up buildings because they've got corrupt bankers in them. Whatever, man, I don't care. These are awesome action films, and I would love to get the first Thunder on Japanese VHS because it is in widescreen. And that would really make my day. And that's it. That's my 11 new Japanese VHS tapes. I hope you did enjoy watching this slightly different video. If you're interested in this type of video and the Japanese tapes, let me know. Maybe I'll do another Japanese VHS overview. The last one I did was in 2013, and according to the YouTube views, has proven very popular, and I've got quite a few more tapes since then. So that's it for this time. See you all later. Bye.